Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. In this episode we are going to be ascending the Monk and the Necromancer. That's going to be our goal. We are right now playing as the Monk. We have our correct party equipped. We have our correct anointments equipped. And I think we're ready to jump in. Let me just take a look around. And you know what? Just for fun, let me just because I think we can get an achievement out of the way if we do this. If I go to level up, and if I just level up the creatures in my party, it's not going to affect the combat because Gate of the Gods is all level scaled, but this is going to give us an achievement, Miracle of Modern Science 10, which is for cumulatively giving your creatures 1,000,000 levels at the fusion station, which is easy to do if you have one high level group of creatures. Then you can just repeatedly create new parties at level 1 and then give them those levels. So my creatures in my main party are about like level 80,000 and giving like 80,000 a pop per 6 creature. That's nearly 500,000 for, you know, a full party of 6. We didn't go all the way from 0 to 80,000. We went from about 30,000 to 80,000, but still that's about 50k per creature. That's still 300,000, which was more than we needed to make up the shortfall. Anyway, that's just one tiny detail, and not even the main part of this episode. The main part of this episode is, of course, gonna be it's gonna be taking out another 60 gods in devastating, brutal combat. Well, most of them aren't going to be that bad. Zonte is one of the more annoying gods, just because of his nonsense. Please. Oh no, the blight. The ever-present blight. And now the mimic can't heal. And now you're confused. Oh god, oh, you're snared. Ah, this is such a dumb fight. Come on. There we go. There we go. We at least killed him without too many issues in the end. Alright. Do a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of this, and then let's go in. Let's again use entangling roots more often, just to try and stop the enemies from taking their turns if we can help it. And then we can do a bit of this. Oh, this is actually kind of bad because, oh no. Ooh, actually no, it's not that bad. Because I thought the indirect damage from Torn was going to be very deadly, but it turns out it wasn't even that bad. So next I want to take out Lister. Gotta take out Lister. Gotta do it the way I have been doing it, which is to say, just cast entangling roots on these guys, and for the rest of the party, just oh no, I meant to cast Mass Taunt with the Venedon, but we got Mass Taunt cast randomly anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. But yes. Oh, that was a bit of a misclick. So Venedon should be casting Mass Taunt. And everybody else's stuff is dialed in. There we go. Okay. Okay. Seems good. All right. I'm just waiting for Lister to confirm that he's he's getting tired, and let's get out and move on to the next one. Now, most of the annoying ones are dealt with. Siralim, I guess, is the last one. I could take her out with the Fermented Hops party, but I did have one really annoying battle against her where she basically made herself unkillable somehow. And I'm not sure what it was that caused that, but just to avoid a repeat of that, I'm just taking her out with the classic party. Just in the interest of not wasting too many keys. We did waste quite a few keys last episode. 5 keys wasted. Most of them were because of, you know, the Pumpkin King, who kept showing up and doing cameos in our enemy parties, in the parties of our enemies, and it was really quite annoying. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much in this episode, or if, you know, the Pumpkin King really does want to make more appearances, hopefully he does it when this party is fighting and not... Oh, I'm a doofus. I'm a doofus. I don't always forget, but a lot of the times I forget to change my class, because you've got to do that when you're fighting Aeolian. And I don't know, hang on, did I accidentally close? I wasn't even pressing anything. Did I close that window? That pop-up window at the end of the Aeolian fight? Is my controller that sticky that it thought that the button was being pressed when my thumb wasn't even on it? I really should just buy a new controller, but the trouble with buying things these days is almost everything is bought online, and it's hard to tell by looking at something what the texture is gonna feel like. And I've said this before, it's gonna seem like really picky and really silly, but the texture of this controller is perfect. every other controller that I've bought has tended to be too smooth. When controllers are too smooth, something about that just, I don't... Ooh, I don't want to fight you again. Yeah, when controllers are too smooth, I tend to, it just doesn't feel great in the hand, you know? It's the only way I know how to put it. This is why I've stuck with this controller, because I'm sure there are other controllers out there that are like this, but the exact version that I bought seems to not exist anymore. There probably is another controller that is just physically exactly like this, but they had to change the version number because of, I don't know, they changed the connecting cable for the, you know, wire somehow, or something like that. I assume is probably why this version doesn't exist anymore. And I did buy one controller which I thought was gonna be the same, but turned out to worked perfectly. Just turned out to not have the kind of texture that I wanted. I kept it just in case, you know, the situation arises if I have a friend over and, you know, want to play some local two-player co-op. There aren't that many games that do local two-player co-op, but Children of Morta is one of them. Let's just do this. Let them take their turns. Meraxus miraculously survived, but didn't survive that second hit. Alright, there's one more that we need to kill. Actually, no, there's two more. We need to kill Apocrynox as well. This time I'll do this. Hopefully most of them lose their turns. Indeed, that is what happened. And then the fun part is having the Valpes cast the spell means we get a lot more value out of it. It's not that useful against these low-level bosses, but it was definitely useful when we were fighting all the bosses all the way to level 50. You know what? There could even be a case for fighting Apocrynox with our Fermented Hops party. Just because of how annoying it is to fight this guy in a way that depends on you actually taking your turns. Because of... because of his tendency to put really annoying debuffs on you. But I think we're fine. Okay. Okay. I think we're fine. There we go. There we go. And now we swap to the Necromancer, and we do all of it again. Let me just check, make sure our anointments are good. Looks like they're good. And let's go ahead, take out Zante, Tauren, Lister, Gonfurion, you know the rest. Alright. Fuck off, you fucking piece of garbage. Ugh. Oh, we had Astral Dimension though, we could have cast that. Arguably a bit of a misplay. Ooh, but they're not having a good time. They're taking some big damage. I think blight damage is probably what took away most of Zante's health. Please, let me take a turn. But you're confused? Let me try anyway. Oh, what a surprise. That didn't work. Fuck off, dude. Okay, so you know what? Just for fun, let's do Guardian Force. I wasn't even expecting to win, but I'll take it. I will take it. Wasn't the worst fight we've had against Zante. There have definitely been some really bad ones. Some obscenely bad ones. Especially when he causes you to silence your own party. Like, you can have a build that gives you protection against certain debuffs. You can't really have a build that gives you universal protection against every debuff. Like, every bad debuff, right? Because it's not just silence, it's also snare, it's also sleeping, stone, things like that, right? If you look at a frozen is also a thing that stops you from acting. Confusion is another problem. Let's see, your turn to stone, so we can see what stone does. Oh no, stone doesn't. Oh, what does a non-resisted turning to stone do? Maybe turning to stone isn't that bad. And I just assumed it was something that wastes your turn, when in fact it doesn't. Regardless, there are lots of debuffs that can cause you to waste your turn. Silence and Scorn are both such debuffs, depending on whether you're attending to attack or cast a spell. Confusion is such a debuff, depending on whether you wanted to do something offensively against the enemy. Blind is such a debuff, depending on whether you needed to cast a single target spell against a specific target. There are so many things that will just waste your turn. And there's no way in a single build you can defend yourself against all of that without just having like no other anointments and like having 5 or 6 different traits. Anyway, you can defend, you can also defend. You do mass taunt. Easy. You gotta do the roots. Yeah. It really is about time that I retired this controller. Gotta cast Guardian Force. Oh, Venedon is... Oh, good. You cast a spell. Venedon was silenced. That was could have been... Could have been annoying, but we got through it. We done got through it. Okay. Oh, I'm good. I'm tired. Okay. Alright, let's keep on going. Take out Siralim, then take out Gonfurion. And then we will be good. Alright, what do we want to do? Yeah, okay. Let's try this. Do a dispel. Cast Star Pact. Dispel again. You know what? Okay. And let's now take out Gonfurion. Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Taking this guy out has become a lot easier since we raised the health of our party. Let's do a Mass Taunt again. That's a good way to end battles, because Mass Taunt does serve as a trigger, very often a trigger for casting offensive spells. Should probably do that more often. So let's take out Aeolian. You gotta pick up the wood. It'll never stop being funny. Right, so do it like this. Then you gotta do this. Then do Guardian Force. Then do Greater not Greater Dispel. We gotta do Chaos Transformation. Then let's do Mass Taunt. And we'll kill them that way. Alright. Aryamaki. Take you out. Oh, I skipped Apocrynox. We'll take him out. We'll take him out. Don't worry, I won't forget. Let's do this. Actually, this time let's just do this. Let them just pile debuffs on themselves. And Greater Dispel. Let's do, I don't know, Guardian Force. Ooh, that didn't do the kind of damage that I would have liked. Let's do Dispel again. let's just do that. And next, Apocrynox. Meraxus, and then Shallan. Actually, no, we gotta do this. Against this guy, I'm not gonna bother trying to farm any, like, defends or provokes. Just because this guy is so annoying. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let me try a mass taunt. He was repelling. But it didn't save him in the end. Let's do Meraxis, then Shalon. Then we'll be good. Then we will be quite good. Well, let's start off with a bit of this action. Follow up with a bit of this. And it seems that just doing mass taunt is enough. Often. Not always necessarily. But very often. If I do it again, will it happen again? No, you can't taunt once you've already taunted. You need to wait for your turn to pass again. Okay. Well, at least now we know. At least now we know. Let's do this first. They have a corrupted phoenix, which means they will stop us from resurrecting, or will have a high chance of stopping us from resurrecting. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. That worked. No Guardian Force that time though, but that's okay. So I think that is all 10 killed. That is correct. Now, what we will do is we'll keep this specialization equipped. We'll change our party to the fermented hops party. Actually, hang on. Let me close the browser. Because the game felt a bit slow momentarily. Let me just... And I do have a ton of tabs open, which aren't really needed for this game. So let's just swap to the Blight Party. Oh, one thing I'll do, though, is... Hang on, let me go to the reference list for traits. Do we have any good Blight traits? Because I think we've got some space in our party for some trait action. More damage from Blighted. We've got a ton of those. And it's also a Shambler, which we could fuse with one of our creatures. Enemies take 50% more damage. Oh, that's... Oh, I was like, ooh, that's an awesome trait. But that is the Saint Althea trait, which you can't actually have yourself. Aggravated... Hang on, let me also take a look at my creatures. Okay, so... You only have two traits. We could fuse you and give you another trait. We could fuse you and give you another trait. We could fuse you and give you another trait. So let's fuse the consuming vortex with the shambler. Oh god, sort by race, right? Yeah. Oh, sure. What was Oh no. We need to summon it first. Shambler. Hang on, do you see? Oh, there's sea shamblers. Sea shamblers. Sea shamblers. Oh, here they are. Lugubrious shambler. Innocent shambler. Lugubrious. Yeah, let's take this. And let's see if this affects the I'll fuse the consuming vortex just because I'm not really that worried about whether I lose that or not. Lugubrious shambler. Let's go ahead and do it. Doesn't really matter what fusion palette we take. Let's do that. Fusion was successful. I wonder if the fusion can ever be unsuccessful, or if that's just like a formality. Alright, now I've got to change my anointments, obviously. Shadow Sickness World. Okay, gotta take out the Reaver one as well. World Breaker. I wonder if you have like they get 5% more healing for each time they've been damaged. If you can use that as a way to scale and kill enemies with the Pumpkin King trait. Like technically 0 damage hits, quote unquote 0 damage hits. Sorry, it's technically 0 damage hits do count as enemies being quote unquote damaged for the purposes of the game telling you that they've been damaged too many times and therefore you can't hit them anymore. And ooh, absolutely. This is absolutely a way to do more damage. Not gonna be enough to go past the the defense cap of a Pumpkin King trait, but you know, it's gonna be a way to end the other battles more quickly. So at least there's that. So now and then for just one battle, we take World Breaker off and we put Eternal Echo on. Now we have to fight... Oh god. We've got to fight Morten. Gotta hope that she doesn't have a fucking Shieldbearer in her party. Because that was a nightmare. That was a nightmare scenario. Oh, you're confused. She does not. Hang on, where's Metamorphosis? Why did we lose... Why did we lose Metamorphosis? Did I unequip it? Where? Oh, it's because the Vortex had that spell equipped and his class has changed. And now he no longer has... Oh god, I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. It's an easy thing to fix. It's an easy thing to fix. But man, that was a rookie mistake. That was a rookie mistake. Fortunately, the only thing it really does is it means this fight is going to take maybe like a couple minutes, when normally it would have taken like a minute. I was like, what the hell happened to my gosh darn spell? And what happened was that our creature lost the spell because I unwittingly changed its class. There we go. Well, so let's fix that problem. Disenchant, Metamorphosis. We don't need the extra target, right? Oh, actually no, we don't need the class swap sorcery. We can keep the extra target thing. Now we make it class swap death. Alright. Oh yeah, I need to give you other spells as well. I guess we can give you more fermented hops. What are some other spell gems that I'm missing? Halfway through? Nah. Feign Death? Nah. Holy Bulwark? Nah. Nah. Ooh, humility could be an interesting thing to do with the... Let's try that. Let's try humility as a way to maybe combat the Pumpkin King. Let's see if this works. Class swap death. You're already generous. We can cast it. We'll have to cast it on an extra target, right? Because it's a single target thing. It doesn't do the entire enemy party. Alright, so creatures... humility. With great humility comes something. What else? I wish you could sort them by the morphed class and not the original class. Because these resurrections, which it is originally a life spell, but it's been class swapped to sorcery. I wish there was a way to keep things based on that. Radiance. You can scorn enemies. Flesh offering. Wormhole, maybe? Subterfuge, I guess. Let's get subterfuge. Self-analysis. Gain stats other than... Let's take subterfuge. And we can disenchant. Okay. The more charges brings it down from 6 to 5, doesn't really make a difference. And we'll make it generous and cast twice, but we're gonna have to give it a death transformation. God. Okay, so a lot of time is being spent on this. All right, and now we got to actually equip these spells. So subterfuge. Let's actually see. Target's stats are averaged. Could also be an interesting thing, but let's keep it with subterfuge. Now that that's done, let me also go to my anointments, because we don't need this anymore. We'll put Worldbreaker back on. Don't really need on the house anymore. So what else would we need? Spells cast an additional time could be. Let's just keep on the house, right? And yeah, we spent a lot of time on this, and I think we just gotta get things going. Now let's tentatively have some optimism that maybe if we encounter a Pumpkin King again, that this spell is gonna work. Excuse me. Oh my god. That's annoying. We did kill them in the end, but that could have been pretty bad. Is there some critical anointment that I'm missing? No, because I do have bleed out. I have both of these. And then I have... Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. Alright, we'll just keep the build like this. Yeah, we could take off on the house and put... Ooh, that is good. It does feel like spells are casting a lot less often now that we've taken Eternal Echo off, so maybe I should take On the House off and put Eternal Echo back on. Yeah, it's... I think it's better this way because On the House does mean that we'll have a better chance of fighting enemies when the battle becomes long. You know what, let's take out Isaros. That what? Why are you attacking me, dude? Okay. I think these changes we've made to our party are potential. Well, I mean, one change is immediately very good. We're doing a lot more damage with Blight. That's just, you know, a straight up positive. Especially given that prior to this, the creature wasn't even fused with anyone, so it's not like we lost anything, we just gained a fusion. We had to shuffle around our spell gems, yes, we lost one charge on Subterfuge, but instead we gained just a whole bunch of other stuff. Alright, anyway, let's carry on, take these guys out, and if we run into a Pumpkin King, we'll see whether our stat debuffs actually work. Our stat reduction. It's possible that it won't work. Wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, but at least we have a chance. At least we don't know yet if it doesn't work. There we go. I think this is a very solid, a slightly more solid build for this party. No. Part of me now actually does want to see the Pumpkin King again. Just so I can take him on for round 2. No idea what's happening here. I think they're trying to heal is what's happening. Okay, so if this is gonna be the case, let's do this. There we go. There we go. We're almost done with page 1. Then we do page 2. Then we switch to the other party and do it all over again. Sorry, the other specialization. We keep this party, switch to the other specialization, and we do it all over again. And we see how it goes. No wasted keys today so far. Which is definitely good. Oh, that is, yeah. That is some savage damage. Some brutal damage. And hopefully only enemies take 50% more from Blight. And it doesn't work when this guy reflects the spell back on us. Although, looks like he hasn't even gotten the chance to do that in a while. Now let's do Venedon, Vertrag, and then we'll be good. Then we'll be good. How's the time going? We are past 50 minutes, so again it's going to be a slightly like longer than some of our other Ascension episodes, but overall a very decent run. Are we missing anybody? I don't think so. Anybody on this page other than Vertrag? I don't think so. Okay, lovely. Now we switch back to the monk. We change our anointments. Oh. And don't forget to change the party as well, which I've forgotten to do a couple of times, and it's been bad. Right, light party. Let's start by taking out Valkanar. What? I guess we didn't have any of our Shadowbringer anointments equipped, and that's okay, because we can equip them right now. Right, yeah. We didn't have either of these. That's okay. Actually, hang on. We can do this against Morten. All right. This time, we have our spells. Oh, what a lovely job you did. I'm not gonna tempt fate. I'm gonna do entangling roots. Just do this. That was kind of scary, but ultimately not that bad. Alright, now we can take this off and put this back on. It ultimately doesn't matter which one you choose, I don't think. There are both different ways to do more damage. One by doing more damage per spell, one by casting spells more often. So it works out to, you know, pretty similar thing. And had a nice easy fight against 4080 as well. So that's good. Alexandria, Aneltha, Aurum, Azurael, everybody should be easy. I am going to be on the lookout for another Pumpkin King. I do want to see if maybe we can... If maybe this plan is going to work. It's probably not going to work because the game's going to tell us, ooh, there's a limit to how low an enemy's stat can go. And, excuse me, you're not allowed to actually lower their defense to a point where you can, you know, do damage to them. Probably that's what's gonna happen. But you know what? At least I have a bit of hope in my heart. So you're out of that, but you got... Excuse me. See, it happened again. The blight glitched out. Why did that happen? This is not supposed to happen. They're supposed to be permanently, constantly blighted. Permanently, constantly blighted. Let me tell you what that means. That means enemies always have blighted. Creatures with blighted cannot heal and are instead damaged when they attempt to receive healing. So that's the second time we've seen that glitch. That's kind of... At least I'm assuming it's a glitch. I don't see what could possibly account for them not... Like having some legitimate way to have that not happen. And that was annoying, whatever happened at the start of this battle. But whatever, it's over. Take out Aurum. Azurael. Skip Caliban, Erebus, Frightened Generos, alright. The rest of this should be easy. The rest of this should be easy. Okay. Still no sign of that Pumpkin King. You know, it'll be so disappointing if we fight the Pumpkin King and if I cast that spell and it turns out it does nothing. Even though that's what part of me is expecting, but it still won't stop the disappointment from manifesting. Alright. Let's get this wrapped up and over with. Because I think it's about time to put an end to these, well, at least to these two Ascensions. Still many left to go, but at least these two will be done. Alright, yeah, let's do a bit of this. Ooh, they've got a vortex in their party, but not one of the bad ones. That's another thing I gotta worry about. Like, what happens if you get silenced as this party? It's probably gonna be pretty bad for you. There is a way to make yourself immune to silence, but as far as I know, only if you're playing as the evoker. And that is not an anointment that you can get. Look, it's an evoker trait, but one that is not available. There are certain traits that you... sorry, not traits, certain class perks that are not available to take as anointments. I'm pretty sure all of the Ascension perks are for just those classes only. And other than that, there are even some other non-Ascension perks that are just entirely for that class. For the Animator, I think every single perk is like a class-specific perk. So nobody else can have any of the Animator perks. Alright. Okay, look at that. Of course I'm gonna forget Generos. That very selective blindness. But he is gonna go down now. Alright, to Meramurgo, Venedon, Vertrag, and then Tartaret. And now I think I'm just gonna open my browser, go to the Siralim build planner website, so that I can look up what the Ascension perk is, because we are going to see it shortly. Benedon. Let me have the monk teed up. I won't say what the Ascension perk is yet, even though I've seen its name. I'll mention it when we get this Ascension, which is gonna be... Well, we gotta take out Vertrag first. Alright. And I think it's about to happen. I think it's about to happen. Tartaret is the last man standing, and not for long, because we have ascended the monk. We got a new perk, new decoration, and creature skin. So the decoration is called Zen Bloom. Looks pretty nice, appropriate thing to get for a monk. The skin is an aspect skin, and the perk, I can tell you, is called Windwalker. So let's take a look at what that perk is. Windwalker. Creatures have a 5% chance up to 80% to avoid damage Ooh, to avoid damage. Not dodge, but avoid damage. For each time your creature is dodged in the current battle. That actually... I mean, it seems fun, but my issue with most of these defensive perks is... like, there are many ways to give yourself a bit of... Well, first of all, let's acknowledge that we got an achievement and a Steam achievement. But yeah. Like, you're not gonna win battles by avoiding damage. You're gonna win battles by doing damage, right? So that's my main... the main thing I look for in most builds. Although I will admit, that's as defensive perks go, that's one of the more fun ones. I definitely would have that equipped if I was playing as a monk. Wouldn't just be like, oh, I don't like this, and it's a good one. All right. Excuse me, did I skip Generos again? Is that what happened? That is not what happened, but... Who did... Aneltha! That's weird. That's weird. That is weird. But okay. And we have ascended the Necromancer as well. Ooh, let me go to the page. What's the Necromancer? Okay. So we got a new perk point. I can tell you now that the perk is called, I think, Amalgamation, something like that. The Necromancer skin belongs to the Hound class. Interesting. And the decoration is called Well of Damned Souls. Oof, that looks grim indeed. And let's wait for the achievement to pop. There we go. An achievement in the game and a Steam achievement as well. And let's take a look at our 2 skins that we got. But before we take a look at them, remind yourselves that the monk looks like this. The Necromancer looks like this. So let's first find the aspect skin for the monk. And yeah, it just looks like an aspect dressed up like a monk. Ooh, and I guess this is also an aspect skin. So the aspect actually gets 2 different class skins. That's fun. The next one was a hound skin for the Necromancer. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, and I was expecting, and maybe it would have even been funnier, I was expecting a dog dressed up like a Necromancer. I thought that would have been hilarious, but instead it is a skeletal hound with an ominous looking flame coming out of one of its eyes. Right? I mean, it's appropriate. It makes sense. So that's done. And now what we're going to do is we're going to switch back to the animator. Now I've got to do some more spell gem management. Oh. Gotta sort them by name. And now we are done with this set of Ascensions. With that, well, first of all, let's take a look at our recent achievements. You can see that we've gotten another 4 Ascensions done. And we got another achievement in the middle, another one of those random achievements. So this will conclude episode 399. We have episode 400 coming up, and I mentioned I'd be doing something special for episode 400. I won't spoil it. You'll see when the episode goes up, as it goes up as per its normal schedule. The one thing I will say is that don't expect something wildly epic. It's I just gotta manage expectations, because it is a thing that needs to be done for game completion. Basically, we're gonna be clearing out. There's lots of little bits of weird achievements that would be hard for you to get normally. So I'm just gonna focus on one of those collections of achievements and get them knocked out, and have a bit of fun while doing it as well. And that's the only sort of sneak preview that I'll be giving you ahead of the actual episode that's going to be coming up next. But anyway, with all of that said, I do think it's time to draw things to a close. A successful episode. It's a little bit longer this time as well. Well, an hour and 11 minutes isn't that bad, but we took a bit of extra time to change our build a little bit. We gave our fermented hops party another fusion, which has really increased the amount of damage we're doing. And we also shuffled around the spells a little bit. We didn't get a chance to test out the whether the stat reduction spell would actually help us against a Pumpkin King, but I'm sure with the hundreds and hundreds of fights that remain, we'll get a chance to test it at least once. I'll also mention that with this, we have done 24 out of 40, that is 60% of the Ascensions, and what remains is, it should be 16 exactly. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 and 16 indeed. So 8 more episodes of Ascension grinding will await us at some point in our future. But yes, for now I think it's time to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time, hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I hope you'll join me for the episode 400 special next time as well. And until then, take care. Ooh, I just realized I forgot to show you what the Necromancer perk was. So I'm just gonna record this tiny addendum to this video. Switch back to the Necromancer and go to the perks. And the perk is called Amalgamation. And this is what the perk is. Your creatures start battles with Amalgamation, which appears to be a minion. After the Amalgamation's master deals damage with an attack or spell, this minion deals damage to a random enemy equal to 5% of its master's highest stat, multiplied by the number of minions that it has. Oof. That's very, very, very convoluted, but also kind of interesting. It makes sense. Like, Amalgamation, it's just taking all of your stats together in a pile, kind of, and doing damage based on that. Alright? Makes sense, and it's kind of interesting, and I do think it would make sense to use this, because you could get some serious damage out of that if you had the right kind of build. But anyway, I just want to show you that, and having shown you that, I think it's time for me to head back out. So again, I'll see you in the next episode, right? I'll see you then.